Apparently the witch's certainty would be handing out prizes. Everyone seemed enthusiastic about the idea. Smiling contentedly at the ensuing uproar, Battler headed towards the parlor. It really is locked. Shall I open it? She was sleeping, so I didn't knock on the door, but if she locked it, that proves she woke up. Let's try knocking once. Battler knocked on the door and called Angie's name. However, there was no response from the other side. He pressed his ear against the door, listened carefully, but there was no hint of Angie unhappily throwing a cushion at it. She might have fallen asleep again after having her little tantrum. Could you open it for me? As you wish. Shannon took out her master key and unlocked the door. Then she stepped back to let Battler go through. Angie, I'm coming in. Speaking in a quiet voice to avoid waking Angie, and if she was asleep, Battler opened the door. Then, just as the door was open, a chilly breeze drifted by. The breeze, which felt like outside air, immediately caught the attention of the pair, and they looked at each other. It could be seen at a glance that Angie wasn't in the parlor. The curtains of the wide-open window fluttered about. Angie? 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 A blanket lay crumpled up on the sofa. It sat there just as Angie had left it after waking up. The blanket was slightly warm. Clearly she had been there until a short while ago. Angie-sama? Are you there? She obviously wasn't playing hide-and-seek. Angie was nowhere to be seen in the parlor. Battler peered out the open window into the rainy blackness. So she slipped out the window in this rain and went... Where? Do you think Angie-sama might have gone out the window? That'd make her one hell of a sleepwalker. She couldn't have left from the main entrance, so she probably doesn't have an umbrella. It was very hard to imagine a reason why Angie might have for going outside in this weather. I have a bad feeling about this. This shouldn't be happening. I'm the game master of this board. So why are we in a situation that the game master can't understand? A large bolt of lightning lit up the surrounding area for an instant, but I was unable to see any trace of Angie. Okay, now it's my turn to think of a question. Okay, so you have a third of a cake and a quarter of a cake and a fifth of a cake all on a plate. It takes 30 minutes to eat one whole cake, so how much is left in the cake when you finished eating? At that moment, there was a roar of thunder, and the lights flickered. The cheery voices vanished in an instant, like candles being blown out. None. That's a riddle you were tricked with once, isn't it? Amidst the silence, one voice rang out and answered Lambda's riddle. The crowd parted. In the form of a girl, a 1,000-year-old witch came into view. She had been invited. She was an official guest, holding an invitation to this party. Sorry, I'm late. I was busy planning some festivities to liven up the party. As Burnkill spoke, she looked around at everyone. Yeah, you guys, that's the normal response you should have. Because she's a bitch. Oh, and I thought you two were rotting away in the fragment sea. They're my pieces now. Pretty cool, right? Humph. She stared at Leona Will with an unnerving smile on her face, but she seemed to lose interest. Where's Battler and Beato? I'm a guest, aren't I? Isn't there anyone to welcome me in? I'm here. We did invite you. But I didn't expect you to actually come. I see this must truly be a miracle. Now that's an interesting way to put it. Why did everyone get so quiet? This is a party, right? Go ahead and be noisy just for the hell of it. Or is you welcoming me with silence part of some kind of joke? Now it's your turn. My turn for what? You asked where Battler was. So I told you I was here. Now it's your turn. What are you talking about? Did something happen? Angie's gone. Even I, the game master, don't know where she went. That's insane. Isn't this your game? That doesn't make sense. If Angie disappearing is in a scenario created by Battler, that means there must be another game master. Is that even possible? What if you did Dungeons and Dragons with multiple game masters? It's like there's you have like oh yes. I was surprised myself just when I opened the game board to start a delightful game of my own. I found the Battler had started up this bizarre game at the same time. I never thought I'd be in a game with 2 game masters. In other words, you're admitting that you hid Angie away somewhere. It would seem so. After all, no one could introduce a scenario you didn't build except another game master. So is this one of those festivities to liven up the party that you mentioned? You all looked like you were having a blast with that quiz tournament, so I decided I wanted to join in. And you chose to hold Angie hostage for that purpose?